So today's reading is from Genesis 25, the death of Abraham. Now Abraham married again. Keturah was his new wife, and she bore him Zimran, Jokshan, Medan, Midian, Ishbak, and Shua. I'm terrible at these names. Joshan's two sons were Sheba and Dedan. Dedan's descendants were the Ashurites, Letushites, and Leomites. Midian's sons were Epath, Epher, Hanok, Abida, and Elda. These were all descendants of Abraham through Keturah. Abraham left everything he owned to his son Isaac. But before he died, he gave gifts to the sons of his concubines and sent them off to the east, away from Isaac. Abraham lived for 175 years, and he died at a ripe old age, joining his ancestors in death. His son Isaac and Ishmael buried him in a cave at Machpelah, near Mamre, in the field of Ephraim, son of Zohar the Hittite. This was the field Abraham had purchased from the Hittites, where he had buried his wife Sarah. After Abraham's death, God poured out rich blessings on Isaac, who settled near Beersheba in the Negev. Ishmael's descendants. This is the history of the descendants of Ishmael, the son of Abraham, through Hagar, Sarah's Egyptian servant. Here is a list, by their names and clans, of Ishmael's descendants. The oldest was Nebaioth, followed by Kedar, Abdel, Mibsam, Misham, Duma, Massa, Hada, Tema, Jetur, Napish, and Kedma. These 12 sons of Ishmael became the founders of 12 tribes that bore their names, listed according to the place they settled and camped. Ishmael finally died at the age of 137 and joined his ancestors in death. Ishmael's descendants were scattered across the country from Havilah to Shur, which is east of Egypt in the direction of Assur. The clan descended from Ishmael camped close to one another. The birth of Jacob and Esau. This is the history of the family of Isaac, the son of Abraham. When Isaac was 40 years old, he married Rebekah, the daughter of Bethuel, the Aramean from Paddan Aram, and the sister of Laban. Isaac pleaded with the Lord to give Rebekah a child because she was childless. So the Lord answered Isaac's prayer, and his wife became pregnant with twins. But the two children struggled with each other in the womb. So she went to ask the Lord about it. "Why is this happening to me?" she asked. And the Lord told her, "The sons in your womb will become two rival nations. One nation will be stronger than the other. The descendants of your older son will serve the descendants of your younger son." And when the time came, the twins were born. The first was very red at birth. He was covered with so much hair that one would think he was wearing a piece of clothing. So they called him Esau. Then the other twin was born with his hand grasping Esau's heel. So they called him Jacob. Isaac was 60 years old when the twins were born. Esau sells his birthright. As the boys grew up, Esau became a skillful hunter and a man of the open fields, while Jacob was the kind of person who liked to stay at home. Isaac loved Esau in particular because of the wild game he brought home, but Rebekah favored Jacob. One day when Jacob was cooking some stew, Esau arrived home, exhausted and hungry from a hunt. Esau said to Jacob, "I'm starved. Give me some of the red stew you've made." This was how Esau got his other name, Edom, red. Jacob replied, "All right, but trade me your birthright for it." "Look, I'm dying of starvation," said Esau. "What good is my birthright to me now?" So Jacob insisted. "Well then, swear to me right now that it is mine." So Esau swore as an oath, thereby selling all his rights as a firstborn to his younger brother. Then Jacob gave Esau some bread and lentil stew. Esau ate and drank and went on about his business, indifferent to the fact that he had just given up his birthright. That would be the thing. I mean, do we ever do that? Do we ever just give away at a whim, with nothing, something that was promised to us, just because we're like, "Oh, I'm starving, it means nothing to me, just give me something to eat, I don't care about the future, all I care about is right now." And do we somehow give away or sell our birthright because we want what we want now, as opposed to what we're supposed to inherit in the future? Food for thought.